Hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing today? Well, figured I'd make a little video today. Back up here hauling dirt again. As you can see, the camera's shaking real bad. I'm running about 16 miles an hour down this dirt road right here. Rougher than heck. I just thought I'd say hello. Thank everybody who is, thank all the new subscribers. I say appreciate it. We're gonna hopefully have some newer content here before long, some more different stuff going on. Kind of stuck on this dirt haul right now. I was about to make a video yesterday. We were gonna customize a light bracket for the back of one of our trucks. It was raining. They said it was gonna be too wet up here to run, but we ended up being able to come up here and run. Seeing this video, pretty particular about my truck, keeping it clean, and it's not so clean. It was muddy up here yesterday. Man, I got it dirtier than heck. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Think maybe today, I looked just a little while ago, maybe today we'll break 100. We was at 94 about 5-10 minutes ago. I looked. So, got some pretty good camera placement on this video that we're making today. I done shot a little bit of it. Everything I shoot is on a iPhone 8 Plus. All my editing is done on my iPhone off of I use a Video Leap app. Works pretty good. My plan for the future is to get a couple of DJI Osmo mobile action cameras. They're basically the same thing as a GoPro. The only thing that I've been watching reviews and everything that kind of sets it apart from a GoPro is it's got a screen on both sides of the camera. So if you're vlogging or doing like we're doing here, where we're talking, you can square yourself up, frame yourself up in the shot. So I thought that was pretty cool. As far as all the other features, it's the same as a GoPro. It's waterproof. It's both of them up to like 30 feet or whatever. It's got the same amount of. I was watching a YouTube video the other day. They had a Hero 8 and that Osmo sitting there together, and man, you can barely tell them apart video quality wise. So I plan on getting that. I'm gonna buy me a little laptop to start doing my editing on the laptop. Also, I'm gonna get me a DJI, probably a DJI Spark. I'd like to get the Mavic Mini, but it don't have any auto tracking. And when I'm outside doing my flatbed loads or my equipment loads, instead of having the camera just in a static position while I'm strapping or strapping or chaining, I'd like to have the drone kind of follow me around instead of the camera just sitting in one place and me doing the footage. I think that'd be pretty cool. Put the drone up about 20 foot in the air and just kind of follow me around. A lot of the work we do is out in the middle of nowhere, so I don't really have to worry about power lines, trees, or people. People complaining, because usually I'm out in the middle of a new construction location or a field or a farm or whatever. So that's kind of my plans, to get one of those. I think for in here for my phone, I'm gonna get DJI. Also makes a Osmo 3 gimbal that you can put your phone in and put all kinds of attachments on. You can put a microphone on it and all that. So I'm gonna make a mount here on my dash, and that would, even with my phone put to it, it's got stabilization, and that would take out all this bouncing that we have here. So a little bit I guess I could give y'all a little bit of background because I'm trying to make the video kind of quick today of loads and unloads. I'm just going to do little snippets of B-roll on it instead of doing the full sequence. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. See how I chop it up. But a little background on me. I'm 44 years old. I've been around trucking pretty much my whole life. My grandpa was a truck driver his whole life, truck driver, farmer. He passed away last July and was 82 years old, and believe it or not, he was still driving the truck, y'all. I mean, he only did it about 4 or 5 months out of the year. During our cotton harvest, he would haul cotton seed. But man, he loved it. And my dad, my stepdad, they both drove trucks. So I kind of grew up around this, and it's just kind of been in my blood. When I graduated high school, I kind of did like Jorge over there at Trucker's Life did. I went to work for TDCJ, which is a prison system here in Texas. We have a prison right here 30 miles from my house in Childress, Texas. I did that for about 6 or 8 months, and that really wasn't a place for an 18-year-old country kid to go work at right off the bat. So I didn't care for it a whole lot, so I joined the Army back in 1995, and I stayed on active duty until June of 2002. And of course, I did a 1.5 years in the National Guard. But while I was in the Army, I was a fuel handler. I was a POL, petroleum supply specialist. It was a 77 Fox, which I believe now is the MOS is a 92 Fox. It's got more of a supply designator to it. But while I was in the Army, I drove trucks. I had an Army CDL from when I was 19 years old till I was about 26. And when I got out of the Army, I went to college for a year, and I took a job with Coca-Cola. That's where I got in 2003, that's where I got my CDL. It was driving a truck for Coca-Cola, doing route deliveries. And I did that for about 6 months. Took a job with Frito-Lay, kind of doing the same thing. And then I went to work for the state of Texas for 2 years, running a warehouse. And I drove a truck a little bit from warehouse to warehouse. And then in 2006, I went to the oil field. We had a big boom up here in the Texas Panhandle, western Oklahoma. And shoot, I've been in and out of. I stayed in the oil field steady up until 2015. 2015, I bought my own truck, and I was about to start hauling crude oil with that truck. Everybody knows, end of 2014, beginning of 2015, everything kind of went to crap. So I put my truck to hauling agriculture. I was hauling fertilizer and a tanker, and I did that. I did that in the summer and spring, and then hauled cotton seed in the winter, kind of like I'm doing here at this place. And did that for 2 years. Was leased on to a guy. He was a real good guy, but it was just, being leased on to somebody and having to give up that percentage, and then, freight we would get real slow at times. I kind of panicked. I sold my truck to the guy I'm actually working for now, and I really wish I would have kept it now. Hindsight's 2020, and I just kind of panicked when things got slow. I'm like, oh man, what am I going to do? But shoot, there would have been plenty to do. But anyway, that's my goal, folks. Here again, I have a son that's a junior in high school. I have 2 daughters that are graduated, but as soon as my son graduates here in a 1.5 years, I plan on getting another truck, and either getting another truck, and I really like to get into flatbed. I've been watching old Dion Melvin, Nice Visions, and a couple of them other guys that are linked to his channel, man. That kind of really got me into wanting to go do flatbed, and not necessarily over the road, but I like to do it regional. You know, I won't mind being gone a week, 2 weeks at a time. I've done it before, but that's kind of what I'm looking at doing after he graduates. And but right now, the company I'm with right now, the boss man, he's awesome. He's not like your normal boss, I guess you'd say. You know, he's like and not like he is a good friend of mine, a real good friend of mine. So all the people I work with, there's only 5 of us that work here. We all get along great. We all got something to do. We stay busy all the time. So, you know, I might even just stay here. But being 44, I might have said 43 a while ago. I'm 44. I turned 44 in November. Being from here, or being 44, I really got to start thinking about retirement. This is a small mom and pop company. We don't have no insurance. My wife works for a school system, for a school district where we live. She's a secretary, and man, insurance, to add me to her insurance is outrageous. So, you know, and the VA, I can't get VA insurance even though I was in the military for 8 years. I've applied trying to get VA medical insurance, but because I've never been to an actual combat zone, they will not give me no insurance. So I'm kind of stuck without insurance right now, and I really need to look at, you know, maybe later on getting with the company to have some retirement, some insurance, you know, because I don't know, I could be like my grandpa and work till I'm 82 years old, you know, and until it's time for me to go. But I'd really like to have, you know, try to get somewhere that I like and that treats you fair, treats you good, and you know, be there for, say I started that when I was 45 till I was 65 years old, worked 20 years, man, and have some savings built up, you know, so I can kick back and I can turn the Peterbilt into an RV and go see the country. So but that's just a little brief history on me. I got a lot of truck driving experience. Like I said, I've had my CDL for about 17 years. You add the Army into it. I was driving trucks when I was in high school. I worked for a little farm supply there. We haul fertilizer out to the fields. Shoot, I was 16, 17 years old driving a cab over and an old cab over Ford and a Ford tender truck out to the field delivering fertilizer out to the trucks. So I've kind of been doing this a long time. The only thing kind of scares me about going to an over-the-road company is all these companies say, oh, you got to have 2 years over-the-road experience, you know, or whatnot. And man, I drive 650 miles a day a lot of times, you know, and I'm home every night. And we do stay out occasionally too. And when I had my own truck, I worked in the South Plains, Texas Panhandle area, but I was away from the house for a week, 2 weeks at a time. A lot of times sleeping in the truck delivering fertilizers because we were just turning and burning. So even though it's only 200 miles from the house, I guess you still consider that over the road, but I really don't see where sleeping in a truck stop every night kind of makes somebody like me know any more than the guy that's been doing it 1 or 2 years. And I mean, I pretty much know trucking backwards and forwards, so been around it forever. So that's the part that's kind of got me a little edgy about going over the road. Is I don't know. It's like I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm going to be stuck in there like I'm a rookie again. And maybe I'll just have to kind of eat crow for a while and go ride with the trainer that's been driving a quarter of the time that I've been driving, and just kind of suck it up and go. You know, I don't know how it's all going to work. I just got to do some research on that and see what I can find out. But unless somebody will take all my my experience and just kind of roll it in and go from there. But I did a lot of mechanicing while I was in the Army too, and growing up. Once they found out I grew up around a lot of trucks, farming and working on stuff, shoot, when we was in the motor pool and not out in the field, we really didn't have nothing to do fuel-wise, so they put me in the shop, and I pretty much worked 50% of the time as a mechanic in the Army, especially at my first duty station in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. 6th Battalion, 32nd Field Artillery. When I got out, my oil field days, I started out hauling water, driving a truck, but then I moved into the shop because we're always on like a 4-2 schedule or a 6-2 schedule or 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, whatever. It's always some kind of rotating schedule. Well, being in the shop, a lot of times you got weekends off, so I'd work in the shop because you get your hours. When it gets slow, there might not be a lot of trucking going on, but there was still stuff to work on in the shop. So I still got my 70 to 80 hours a week, working in the shop. I learned a lot, my first 5 or 6 years working in the shop in the oil field. So, and it was a good break. I would get kind of burnt out driving truck. So I go in the shop. I kind of get burnt out in the shop, and I tell them just let me go drive a truck for a while. So, and I've always been that kind of a jack of all trades, but a massacre at none. Take this hat off, cover my bald head back up, put another hat on, and go do it. So, so I learned a lot maintenance-wise. Went to a lot of schools. I ran a whole fleet maintenance program for a crude oil hauling company called Connect Transport, which went out of business and toward the tail end of 2015 when everything got slow. And then just as little as 2 years ago, I was down in Midland, Odessa, running I was a shop manager for a company called Swiftwater, which y'all see on my hoodies and my t-shirts, hats. I still wear a lot of their clothing. Great company, but pretty high stress. I had 30 mechanics and 10 welders and 3 yards to look after, and about probably 3,000 pieces of equipment. So it was for sure a tall order to take care of all that. My son was getting to his last year. Like I said, he's a junior. He was fixing to be a junior, and I was gone from home all the time, staying down there in my travel trailer. So I came back home. I'll stay home here for the next couple of years until he graduates. So that's kind of been my experience. Again, thanks to Jorge for giving us a shout out, getting some of y'all over here. Spread it to your friends. Leave us some comments, likes. Tell me kind of what you'd like to see in the future. I'm going to try to do as many maintenance videos as I can as well too. I'm by no means a professional mechanic, but I can do quite a bit. And if you go back through my videos, you can see where I changed out the transmission, put a clutch, throw-out bearing, a clutch, flywheel, rear main seal, and all that on our trucks. All my little maintenance stuff we do, I'm going to try to start getting that out there to you guys. So as long as our trucking footage, that way kind of keep the channel interesting and keep it from getting boring. So, but if any of you guys or girls have any advice for me for maybe looking at something to do after my boy graduates, if I do decide to go over the road or regional, flatbed wise, and probably my 2 favorite things to do will probably be, if I wasn't to do flatbed, I would probably get into the tanker side. I have a lot of tanker experience. I'm fully endorsed. I have my doubles, triples, hazmat, tanker. I have all of that. I've hauled crude oil. I've hauled fuel. And mainly looking in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think we're wanting to move down into that area after he graduates. And right now we're up around the Amarillo, Texas area. So get down there where the weather's a little better, a little warmer, and there's just a lot more to do. So hey, if you got any advice, by all means share it. Feel free to share it with me. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit me up on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. I got the LinkedIn. I got the links to those accounts in the description of I believe in my last 3 or 4 videos I put them in, and I'm going to keep putting them in from here on out. So thanks for watching. Everybody have a good day. We're out.